Elon Musk has found a new CEO for Twitter. The billionaire didn't give a name, but tweeted just about an hour ago that she would start in about 6 weeks and that he would transition to the role of executive chairman and chief technology officer. Shares of Tesla jumping on this news as investors hope that Musk will be able to turn his attention back to the EV maker. Guy, should we be happy? Should Tesla shareholders be happy?
In the short term, I think yes, because I think the negative case for Tesla is he's taking his eye off the ball. Twitter's been too much. He's not focused enough on Tesla. The stock is traded in kind. So the knee-jerk reaction is higher. It makes sense, and we're a level where it should bounce. Who's the person coming in, though, for Twitter? I mean, and I have people tweeting at me.
Does it matter?
Sheryl Sandberg, that's a name. Marissa Mayer, maybe that's a name. I don't necessarily know if it matters. The Twitter problems seem to be pretty substantial.
If Twitter were a publicly traded company, we would care. Unless you think that the person is incompetent, in which case Elon Musk will be sucked back into Twitter, and so then you again lose the CEO of Tesla.
Look at you. Look at you.
But I don't know. Do you have any hot takes, Dan, on who she might be?
Not really. Cheryl's not taking that job. I mean, like, first of all, that person's a puppet. Okay, that person is not a real CEO. Remember, he wholly owns this company, and he's on the hook for, probably still $12 billion in debt for it. So that person's going to be doing exactly what he wants to be doing. And I do think the knee-jerk reaction in Tesla makes some sense. Is a huge overhang that he is like spending his nights on a cot in the Twitter headquarters and trying to retool something that, frankly, is over. It's done. Twitter's dead. Put a fork in it.
Julie?
I mean, I think it's interesting if we think about Twitter overall, right? It's not just that it has to work. It's because these major debt payments, they are connected to Tesla stock, right? The value of Twitter is actually connected to the value of Tesla stock. So if Twitter starts to really flail as it has, or I should say continues to flail as it has, it actually has an impact for Tesla shareholders because he's going to have to sell more of his stock in order to make the debt payments. So I actually think they're still very much interlinked. Again, I totally agree this is going to be a puppet. But I just think that it's naive to think, it's all clear, like he's going to be focusing on Tesla and we have nothing to worry about. He's still focused on Tesla. He changes the price like every other day. Like he's definitely still working out there.
Bonawyn.
Yeah, I mean, I think on the surface, right, I think a lot of times Tesla, particularly when you see news, it's like a headline-driven, I think Dan mentioned like a mania type of driven or profit type of driven. You called it a cult, if I remember correctly, on perhaps one of our shows.
Right?
Hold on.
You're mischaracterizing what I'm saying. I've said that around Elon, not about Twitter.
My apologies. Twitter. My point is, I think a lot of times the share price reacts off of things that aren't necessarily material to the company when it pertains to operations. So I think Elon has always been involved when it comes to Tesla. Again, apologies, Dan. I think now the headline does definitely give a bit of a lift because the perception is that he's now spending the time that I would argue and purport that he already was spending. The guy is laser focused on what he's doing, but I do think this at least gives some reprieve to the pressure that's been on the stock.